Let me start off by saying good afternoon to everyone, and it's my pleasure to welcome Ambassador Al-Thani of Qatar to our city. Thank you for being here this evening, along with all of the people who are with you today, and we've had an opportunity to meet. And I also want to acknowledge one of my council members, Councilmember Jack Christie, who is here at large. Councilmember, thank you for being present. And I see Marilyn Brown, a CEO of our coalition, Homeless Coalition, that's present. Thank you, Marilyn, for being here as well. Let me just say that the ambassador's presence shows just how small our world is. We live in a big world, but in so many ways we are so interconnected. Because after Hurricane Harvey hit the coast of Texas, Qatar created the $30 million Qatar Harvey Fund for the long-term recovery of victims from the storm. And it was a gesture of solidarity that brings us all this way today. We will sign an agreement in a few minutes today that calls for $2.5 million from the fund to become the first donation to a new mayor's fund to reduce homelessness, and which will be used for wraparound services and low-barrier shelter location. It's better known as the Homeless Navigation Center. With the help of over 100 local organizations working together through the Way Home initiative, we permanently house more than 6,000 homeless individuals since I took office, contributing to a more than 50% reduction in homelessness in Greater Houston since 2011. But after the storm, and it was a devastating storm for us, we experienced our first increase in homelessness in 6 years. Nearly 20% of unsheltered homeless individuals, and half of those who are homeless for the first time, are homeless because of Hurricane Harvey. This precious gift from our friends in Qatar will be applied to homelessness relief programs that put an emphasis on the 5 pilot neighborhoods of our Complete Communities initiative. They are the Acres Home areas, Gulfton, near Northside, 2nd Ward, and 3rd Ward. And if I might add, the gift, Mr. Ambassador, that Qatar made to Harris County on yesterday of the same similar amount for the Riverside General Hospital will really piggyback with the gift that's being made here today. Because when Riverside General Hospital closed, many of the individuals who would have been treated at the Riverside General Hospital have found themselves on our streets today. And so when you couple the gift that Qatar is making today, along with what was done on yesterday, it will have an exponential impact on the homeless population in the city of Houston. When you take this gift, we will be addressing our most vulnerable and disadvantaged neighbors who will get help in some of our neighborhoods that have been vulnerable and disadvantaged. We will consider applying the money to programs such as providing treatments for people with mental illness where they are rather than in clinics, or providing transitional housing for people dealing with the illness of substance abuse. Government and nonprofit funding for these types of interventions in specific neighborhoods are very hard to come by. And that is why this gift from Qatar is so very, very important. And again, I want to thank Mr. Ambassador, the country of Qatar, your delegation, Ambassador Chase Annemeyer, and others for the support that you are giving not only to the city of Houston and not only to Harris County, but quite frankly to the state of Texas. And for that, the people in the city of Houston are very, very grateful. Now, at this time, let me take the pleasure of introducing to you Ambassador Al-Thani from the country of Qatar. Mr. Ambassador.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mayor Turner, members of the council, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to be here today with you. It's a pleasure to be able to talk to you about the Qatar Harvey Fund. The Qatar Harvey Fund was established upon the instructions of His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al-Thani right after the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey. Today, our visit announced approximately $10 million of commitments, $10 million of commitments out of the 30 million. Of course, this is the first round of projects that we announced. We are hoping that the rest will be finalized by the end of the year. It's a great honor for us to be part of the new initiative that the mayor has established to reduce homelessness. We appreciate the relation with the state of Texas and the people of Houston, and we're grateful for all the support that they give also to our citizens who come here to study and come here to get medical treatment. I would like also to take the opportunity to thank the members of the board who volunteered to help us and the Qatar Harvey Fund to allocate and identify some of the important projects that this fund could help the community here in Houston and Harris County to overcome the Harvey hurricane. By that, I just want to conclude and thank you, Mayor, for your great hospitality and the hospitality of the Estonians. And we continue to look forward to working with everyone in order to achieve our main objectives. Thank you very much.